Welcome to the St. Augustine's Community Development Program. This program was financed by the National Development Agency of South Africa, together with the Commission of the European Communities. The project was implemented and managed by the Umnga Farmers Group. The Inco Agricultural Cooperative is registered under the Primary Agricultural Cooperative Act and is the umbrella organization responsible for the management, production and marketing functions of the project. The community of St. Augustine's is situated at the foot of the Tsolo mountain and forms part of the Mhlonto local authority within the boundaries of the Ilundini local municipality as part of the uKahlamba district municipality. St. Augustine's was part of the former Republic of Transkei, a disadvantaged rural district constrained by unemployment, low education and violence. This initiative came forward due to an initiative to make a development proposal and application to the National Development Agency in December 2002. A contract for development to the value of 1.56 million was signed between the National Development Agency, the European Commission and the Umnga Farmers Training Group on behalf of the St. Augustine's community. Implementation of the project was started on the 1st of July 2003 and the period for implementation allowed was 18 months. The overall objective of the project is to create sustainable income and food security for the community as target group. A household survey proved that the community consists out of 2,157 individual people living in 407 households. This project is to create 407 job opportunities through various agricultural enterprises. The first enterprise identified and successfully implemented was that of the production of eggs. 24 people found employment in this project and increased their monthly income on average with 166 Rand per household within 3 months of production. This layer house and production unit was designed to host 1,200 layers. We were pleased to achieve a 95% production within the first 3 months of production. The projected production level was only 83%. These 1,200 layers seems to be very happy and the project is maintaining itself 100%. Eggs are collected twice a day by hand and is then sorted and packed also by hand. Although it seems to be primitive, these ladies, as project members, effectively do the sorting and packing of all eggs. A market for all eggs was arranged before production started at a wholesaler in the neighboring town of Macleay. Some of the eggs are also sold locally to the community members. The eggs are packed and marketed proudly under their own logo and label of the Inco Agricultural Cooperative. The second leg or enterprise of production was identified as the production of broiler chickens. These 3 broiler units were designed to accommodate 1,000 fully grown broiler chickens each, but under full production will be able to accommodate 1,500 chickens each. Day-old chickens are bought from a registered suppliers in Kokstad and directly delivered on site. After a period of only 6 weeks, a day-old chicken weighing only 40 grams will be matured and ready for slaughtering on an average weight of 1.8 kgs each. A market for chicken meat was also arranged before time at the same wholesaler at Macleay. 36 people from the community found employment in the broiler project to be able to earn an average monthly income of 200 Rand per household. 1,000 chickens will be slaughtered in the Inco abattoir every week and production is continuously done on the same rotation method. The head office of the Inco Agricultural Cooperative is hosted in this building. This building will also serve as a general dealer on top of the supply of all agricultural inputs. The cooperative is also responsible for the marketing of all produce from the community and projects. All transactions are recorded and written in a daily cash book analysis for a yearly audit report to the members of the cooperative. The Inco abattoir is also managed under the cooperative. 12 people found employment here and is working on a commission basis for the slaughtering of broilers and other livestock. Warm water for the defeathering of chickens is done in this traditional geyser also known in common language as a donkey. This is a stunner bleeder, used to first make the chicken unconscious by means of an electrical shock before they are bleeded. Chickens are defeathered by hand on this platform table, after being dipped into warm water at temperature of 56 degrees Celsius. All waste material are handled professionally according to health regulations, and all practices are made to keep high hygienic standard. Inside the abattoir, the slaughtering process are continued by hand. These women are ensuring that the chickens are cleaned before they are immediately cooled down in a bath of cold water. Provision is made that nothing is wasted. Heads and feet, known as walkie-talkies, are put separate before packing, as well as the intestines, the stomachs or gizzards, and the livers and hearts. Fresh chickens are checked lastly again for quality and then hand-packed and sealed. The meat is then weighed and labelled with a price as according to the price structure of the wholesaler, before stored in the cold room for dispatchment to the market. The abattoir is also designed for the slaughtering of goats, sheep, cattle and pigs from the community. All members were trained under contract to the Department of Labour and obtained a certificate in meat cutting technician grade 1. All hides and skins from the abattoir are sold to the tannery, where they are salted and dry until ready for the tanning process to start. The Masavuki Leather Tannery is a micro-tannery project and definitely the only one of its kind in the Eastern Cape province. The tannery is equipped with high technology equipment, and hides and skins are tanned by means of a chemical plant. This is the tanning drum that is driven by an electrical motor and is used for the tanning process. These pedals are used in the processes known as wetting, liming, chroming and pickling. A special effluent plant was designed for the handling of all waste water and solids to ensure that no harmful waste will pollute the soil and water. All chemicals and loose equipment are safe kept in this chemical store behind bar and lock. This is the so-called horse or drying rack that is used for the drip dry of hides and skins before they are toggled and staked on frames. All fresh and dry hides and skins from the community are received in this store, where they are salted and dried before the training process starts. The fourth enterprise of production is found in the Tukutani Livestock Project. This shearing shed and handling facility was built to handle a total of more than 3,000 sheep belonging to 263 livestock owners in the community. It can also be used for the handling and sorting of goats. This racer was built for the handling of small livestock in order to ease the task of dosing, inoculation and ear tagging of small livestock. It will also serve as a sorting facility of sheep into these 5 shearing pens. Each shearer will be able to collect 20 sheep per pen, and sheep will be caught and taken through this door into the shearing shed for shearing. Wool sorting and classification will be done inside the shearing shed. Outside the shearing season, the shed will also act as a bulk store to the cooperative. It will also act as a community center for entertainment, weddings and other occasions. The Pila Garden project is the final but definitely the food production heart of the project. This 20 hectares of fenced land was equipped with a permanent 10-hectare irrigation system. The system consists out of one mother line with 6 laterals pumping through 120 sprinkler valves on drag lines. A 10 by 5 meter store was erected for the storing of fertilizer, seed, equipment and is also a night shelter for the security. This diesel pump is sufficient to draw 30 sprinklers at a time on 5 shifts or movements, rotations every 4 hours. Water is pumped out of the perennial Inku River, after which the cooperative is named. The main crops to be produced on the area are cabbages, potatoes, and on a smaller scale carrots, beetroot, spinach, and other vegetables according to the market demand. Maize will be produced under dryland conditions. For the first production cycle, 160,000 cabbage seedlings was planted, with an expected gross income of 320,000 rand every 3 months. this is a very high potential frost-free area. Fresh water is supplied to the project from this borehole that is equipped with a diesel pump, which after the water will be pumped into this line to these reservoirs. From here the water is distributed to the broiler project and the tannery, the eggs, and also the co-op and abattoir. This is also a diesel generator that provides electricity to the project. These public toilets were built in order to provide in the toilet needs of the project members whilst working during the day. The Cooperative Development Initiative Program, funded by the National Department of Agriculture, was approached in order to create sustainable links between the local cooperative and other functions, such as the market, other support programs and role players in the agricultural field. Through this CDI program, the following links were established and tied up to the St. Augustine's Development Program. A long-term market for all eggs, meat, vegetable produce and leather products. An extended business plan and funding application to the Land Bank of South Africa. A further 12-month management agreement with the Umnga Farmers Group. Breeding rams from the Livestock Improvement Scheme by the Eastern Cape Department of Agriculture. Participation in the Massive Food Production Scheme, also under the Department of Agriculture, Eastern Cape. Introduction of this community development process to the Department of Social Development. A monitoring and evaluation study conducted by the University of Fort Hare through the National Department of Agriculture. A promotion and marketing strategy through this audiovisual presentation. Today, 17 December 2004, is a special day of celebration. It is 18 months later and the project is handed over to the project members and the community. The ceremony was opened by Reverend Mkedesi with scripture reading and prayer as part of the Christian religion tradition of the community. The guests were entertained by a local youth choir and dance group who made a special effort for this occasion. The welcome and introduction to the project was done by Mr. Nomka, Vice Chairperson of the Board of Directors of the Umnga Farmers Group. He was followed by the Chairperson of Umnga Farmers, Mr. G.S. Makungu, who introduced the project implementation procedure to the community and guests. Mr. Gaya, the Chairperson of the Board of Directors of the Inku Agricultural Cooperative, gave an historical background of the community and their development initiative that has led to this program. Words of encouragement was given by various representatives of government departments and also non-governmental organizations. Ms. Nukalunga Sibanyu of the Independent Development Trust congratulated the community on what was achieved. She also put a lot of emphasis on the development of more life skills to project members. Mr. Giteyo from the Department of Agriculture also congratulated the program and offered more assistance from the side of the Agricultural Department, Ukahlamba District Municipality. The guest speaker of the day was Mr. Kolisa Bobby, Deputy Director of the Department of Social Development. The handover of the registration certificate, constitution and statute of the Inku Agricultural Cooperative was done by the directors of the Umnga Farmers Group to the directors of the cooperative. The ownership of projects was also handed to the project managers. All project members were issued with their training certificates for the skills they achieved through the Umnga Farmers Training Centre under contract to the Department of Labour, Eastern Cape Province. The proceedings of the day was closed by Chief Ndaba, the local authority head of the St. Augustine's community. He thanked all role players for their contribution and promised the continuous and sustainable support of the community of St. Augustine's.